So last time, yes, Cobra took a long rest, but that was at the end. That was midway through the session. Now you guys have been trying to find a permanent base of operations for the Ardent Crows.
We got betrayed.
As you become like super established. Yeah, you sure did, champ. You guys.
You specifically got betrayed. The rest of us just got like a neutral betrayal.
Yeah, so your longtime lady friend was kidnapped by a cult. You guys went into their hideout and you killed your way through a bunch of cultists and you found her about to be sacrificed. You saved her life that was certainly in danger. You freed a couple of prisoners that the cult was going to sacrifice. She suggested that she could take them back to a safe refuge. You guys thought that was a great idea. They left. You continued exploring, and literally the next room you went into, you realized that it was kind of weird because it looked just like her room back home. And you thought that it was odd that she would have a room here with the cultists. And when you got outside, you found the bodies of those other prisoners, children really, that presumably she killed. You went back to confront her at her lodgings and found them hastily evacuated from. And there's a little note there along with some human remains addressed to Sezzix, confirming your suspicions that she was in fact a cultist. So she's gone for now.
The cult leader even, right?
Yes, she certainly was in charge there. And it was the cult of like deception and human sacrifice and transformation and all that sort of stuff. So she played her role very well. So a little bummed out, you guys enlisted the Order of the Torrent to crack open the doors to the sealed portion of the hideout. And you went in there. It looks like no one's been in here for a super long time. And you talked to a ghost who was very friendly and played some games of chance with you and told you some secrets. And then you laid her bones to rest. And yeah, that is where we left off. So you guys are, I'll push the map again. Ooh, fair record. Maybe. You guys see it? Ah, there you go. You guys are kind of in this top right part. And yeah, there's this hallway. You've cleared out a couple of private rooms, as well as this main gambling hall. Yeah, that is all you've seen so far. So what would you guys like to do?
Let's go down the hallway a little bit.
Yeah, there are a pair of double doors, one to the north and one to the west.
Does anyone have a lucky coin that we could flip to see which doorway we go through?
I believe that west is best.
West is best. I like this idea. I will open the doors.
Really?
West is best. Every door that comes up on the west, if I don't know where I'm going, that's the best door.
Usually,
double doors trump best door, obviously. So a west door that's double doors is west door, best door.
So,
see, there's water, best door.
That's really funny because in my other campaign we do the exact same thing.
Well, that's because if you're lost in a maze, you're supposed to hold the wall with your left hand.
What if you have no arms, Cobra?
Well, you gotta.
If I don't have elbows.
It's because most dominant people are right-handed, and then some motherfucker's coming at you. You gotta be ready to punch that motherfucker.
Mm.
That's what I'm worried about. So what I'm telling you is, if I ever throw you in a maze, is I need to tie your arms down.
That way he'll get lost.
Dumbass.
No, the last time I went to a maze, I took shrooms and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
You wound up playing this game.
Last time I was in a maze, I had a piece of chalk. It was very helpful.
The doors open with a creak, and you see an oval-shaped chamber. It's dark. There is no illumination here. I believe Garm cast light on something. And you see an oval-shaped chamber here dominated by a 20-foot deep pit. Narrow ledges, only 2 feet wide and slanted toward the pit, run along its edges. 2 rusty iron winches sit to the east and west sides of the room, connected by a length of sagging, moldy rope that hangs over the pit. Thick growths of pale yellow fungus grow in the pit, amid the bones of what appears to be a long-dead giant snake. The fungus has reached the central portion of the southern side, but hasn't grown that high on the northern side. Yeah. You can certainly make a knowledge dungeoneering check.
It's something I could do. Tommy knows his dungeons.
Does Tommy know his dungeons?
Right, Caerrat?
Time will know. Oh yeah, Tommy, you remember a picture book about the adventures of Cletus, the wandering troubadour. It was a commonplace thing on the farm, passed between families. You didn't have a lot of wealth, so like these books were like shared between households. And when it got to you, the story that really stuck with you was when Cletus was delving into the mummy's tomb, and he triggered a dangerous yellow mold trap. And the yellow mold spread across his boots and up his pants and all the way up to his belt. And Cletus tried everything. He tried, ripping them off. He tried scraping them off. He tried burning them off. And you remember that the thing that worked the best was burning it off. He also noted that when he got outside, all of the mold that was still on his pants and his shoes seemed to stop growing, as the sunlight also stopped it. So you would know that sunlight would, stop yellow mold from spreading, and fire would stop it dead in its tracks. You also recall Cletus traveled with a less fortunate person, Bobby, and he did not make it out of the mummy's tomb alive, as Bobby was covered in yellow mold, and it literally ate him alive. And he died over the course of just a few rounds. Just a few seconds, he was completely consumed by yellow mold, as it seems to deal constitution damage to you.
Okay, I'm gonna start lighting a torch, and I'll be telling my compadres what I know about this yellow mold.
Yeah, so it's like along the bottom of the pit. That's along the bottom, and then up the southern side, it goes up about 10 feet. And then on the northern side, it goes up like maybe a foot. And then the pit's 20 feet tall. So you're like a good distance from it. However, these sloped sides, like one wrong move trying to cross it, whoop, you fall in. If this rope bridge thing falls apart, whoop, you go in, are kind of the dangerous things.
Can I don't know what to roll. Can I see if I can get a lit torch down into the hole to burn the moss, like start a fire?
It's not particularly flammable, but like you could light a torch and like tie a rope to it and like dangle it down there, like a rock on the end of a rope, and kind of you'd be burning out, like you could probably burn out like a square or two of it. You could spend a good amount of time, you think, and clean this out pretty well. You could probably like clean out the squares beneath you, and then you could just like climb down into the pit and walk across it and climb up the other side if you wanted. The rope is covered in, some amount of yellow mold as well. So you imagine that it's likely not the most stable way of getting across. If someone was daring enough, they could try to make an acrobatics check to leap the chasm, or they could scurry across the walls carrying rope and try to fix it on the other side. Over? How much do you weigh?
You're small.
Well, like 70 pounds with all this crap. You could probably toss him. Yeah. You would make a ranged attack. It has a touch AC of 5. You would have a -6 on it for the distance. So you'd try to basically roll a 10 up with your base attack bonus plus your dexterity. So Tommy might be the better person to throw you. Tommy has a +1 dex. I don't know what Buddy has.
I have a -1 in the...
Yes.
Due to some dex
probably be Tommy throwing you. Tommy would have he'd have a +7 on this. He'd try to get a 4 on the die to hurl you across.
Buddy will also convey that he has boots or slippers of spider climb.
Oh,
I could
why don't you just
carry people over?
Yeah, you should just carry people over the ceiling.
Yeah. Over the Buddy will.
Buddy just starts walking on the wall next to you. He's like, "Do you want Buddy just go across?"
Yeah. Buddy will point at pink slippers and be like, "We go across now."
Yeah, I'll come up.
Put my 20-something strength to use.
Okay.
Strength to use.
So yeah, with that, you guys are easily able to make it over to the other side if you want to. But you do note that you'll have to squeeze all 4 of you on the other side there. I guess Buddy could be up off the ground, but you guys are kind of packed like sardines into that 10-foot area. Kind of like shoulder to shoulder on a city bus sort of thing.
I like to think dicks to butts.
Sure. So you guys all cram in here like sardines. I imagine you want to open that door.
Let's do it.
Cool. You see a very interesting room.
Huh.
What
What the fuck is this?
So,
I want to play Tetris now.
the squares aren't aligned correctly, but imagine that each one of those is a 5-foot square that's a different color that you could occupy. 2 pillars support the 10-foot high ceiling of this chamber. The floor is decorated with 5-foot squared colored tiles. The reds, yellows, blues, and greens faded with the passage of time and appearing to have no real pattern. There are the mangled skeletons of 2 people slumped in the center of the room. But mechanically, you could easily occupy these 5-foot squares. If I move Sezzix, you'll see he's in multiple of them. You would just be in one if you'd like.
So
to.
we're not using we're not using the grid. We're using the map.
Yeah, use the map. Don't use the grid right now. So yeah, you don't see any creatures, but there are certainly corpses, and they're in the middle of the room, not at the door.
All right, I'll be the first one in.
Sure.
Oops,
I'm going to have you move 1 square at a time. As you could imagine, nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
Where would you like to move next?
Oh, is it just me until something happens?
Unless someone else
I'm
would
staying
like.
outside.
Okay.
Nothing seems to happen.
I'm gonna follow in the same footsteps as Tom.
Nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen.
So I guess it would be this one then?
Nothing seems to happen.
Wait, was that more than 20 feet? 5, 10, 15?
I mean, I imagine you're going 1 square every round or some shit.
Yeah.
You're next to one of the bodies at this point. These look like a couple of humans that are long deceased. The bones are broken. It's not like they died of old age. These were violently slain humans. But you do find a good amount of coin across them. If you want to take some time and scoop up their valuable trinkets and their rotting coin purse and things like that, you can do so at this time. As you're next to them. Yeah, you scoop them up. Yeah, nothing seems to happen.
Awesome. I'll take another 5-foot step.
Nothing seems to happen.
I'm going to take another 5-foot step.
Nothing seems to happen.
I'm going to open the door.
Sure, you open the door. You can see into this next area. It is just a little hallway. Does not even have descriptive text. And there's some doors.
Okay.
So is Tommy just a god and now we follow in his footsteps?
Oh, we should wait on this side a bit.
Green things. I have trust in green things. I am a farmer. Green things are good.
Green is good.
Yeah. Nothing seems to happen as you exit.
All right, hell yeah.
Tommy also has scooped up a bunch of finger bones with rings on them and gold teeth and whatever valuables he could scrounge there. Sure. Yeah, Tommy, you make it through, no problem. Buddy also makes it through, no problem.
Buddy will give the thumbs up to the rest of the team.
I don't
To the
know what
nervous
we're worried
ranged
about.
people.
We have no idea what the colors mean. I just guessed green.
Sure, who wants to go next?
There could be bad green squares. Who the fuck knows?
I'll wait a minute and then I'll go.
Go ahead and move
Oh.
one square at a time when you would like to pass through this room.
Much as this room actually doesn't.
Nothing
have any
seems to
traps in
happen.
it.
Nothing seems to happen.
Well, they're just messing with us.
Who knows? Nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen. Yeah, you can easily pass through the room following the same path. Everything seems copacetic.
I will, once Seared is
Oh, what's
out of the
going
room, I
on?
will begin following the same path.
I think Sage is echoing or something that's weird. Yeah, if you follow the same path, you guys have no stress making through it here.
Oh, now I'm curious what happens if you hit like a.
A red or a yellow or a blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Walt,
Alright.
there's probably nothing that happens in the room, and Walt's
knows?
just use it. Yeah,
Who knows? So yeah, there's a closed door to the left and double doors to the right.
we're on punked right now.
Where's Ashton Kutcher at?
There's certainly a lot of text about things that can happen in this room. We will move on though.
Can we go left?
We go west. Yep.
All right. Opening that door up, you see a room with a lot of text. Thick layers of dust lie over the long central table and shelves of this room. Several large parchment maps sit on the table, along with a curved dagger and a few stacks of dusty coins. Numerous moldy and dusty ledgers and scrolls sit on the shelf to the south. To the west hang 3 faded portraits. These are painted, and they're nice. They're like, 18 by 24, fairly nice paintings. They're likely of little value now, but they do have 3 distinct figures. The northernmost depicts a red-haired man with a goatee, horns, and sharp teeth. Its plaque depicts him as Guildmaster Bacchus. The southernmost one depicts an attractive halfling woman. And his plaque identifies her as Guildmistress Lorelou, who's the ghost you guys talked to. And the middle one identifies a Tien woman with a narrow face and short hair. The plaque identifies her as Guildmistress Hai Fen. There is...
Haven't we heard of her?
That
You've
was the
heard
one
of
that was
all-
stalking us.
You've heard of all 3 of them. That is not the one that was stalking.
Nope, wasn't the one stalking us. That's uncomfortable.
I mean, that's just a Tien woman. Are you saying they all look alike to you?
That's uncomfortable. That is why I said it was uncomfortable. That is why I said it was uncomfortable.
These are the guild masters of like 100 years ago.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was real surprised we've
That's why
been
you
being
were
stalked by
backpedaling
one
it?
for so long.
Backpedaling.
Yeah, I realized my mistakes.
You find a bunch of like valuables and gold pieces on the table. Looks like some of them have been used as paperweights or markers across various things scattered on the table. There is a fancy looking dagger as well that's on the table. There's a huge amount of documents. There's some scrolls that have more text in them. There is tons and tons of stuff here to pour over. Give me a spellcraft check to identify the dagger, as I imagine you'd like to do that. You have no idea what dagger this is. But I will give you all this loot. And you got gold from the people earlier. You got about 1,200 gold from those 2 bodies.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Oh, I
Yep.
forgot. There's a ring of protection +2 that we still have. I think
We just
were
got
gonna-
that from her.
Yeah, but I think we were gonna give that to Tommy, but he was asleep.
Tommy, you got a ring of protection yet?
You certainly can give it to him if you would like.
I don't think so.
Take it. It's worth it.
Is it still in the party loot?
Yeah, you can drag it over to you.
Drag it over.
If you drag it over, does it automatically update your stats, or do you have to manually put them in?
It depends if he has it equipped. But if we go into his combat here, boop, I got him. You're all set,
Oh.
Tommy.
Doesn't it just go in the miscellaneous?
It goes under deflection
Ah,
because it's a deflection bonus.
gotcha.
So yeah, Do you guys want to look at all these documents? What do you want to do?
Like, as a quick look over, how long is it going to take me to figure out what's going on here? Like, is it like 400 pages of information?
There is a full bookshelf. And
yeah, we'll leave this up to our resident Eorian. Because I'm guessing this is
yeah, I mean, so
related to what
there's
doing.
books and stuff on the bookshelf, but then there's also getting some weird echo when you talk, by the way, Garm. I don't know. Like some reverb in the background.
Oh, it sounds like a lawnmower.
It is a lawnmower.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
I know my lawnmowers.
so there's like that 5 foot
Sounds like
wide.
John Deere 500.
This is basically like one of those Walmart $40 black bookshelves that every college student has, and it's full of like ledgers and scrolls. Then across this table, there's a bunch more documents. So like,
yeah, the stuff on the table's probably
yeah,
worth looking.
you can spend like 10 or 20 minutes going through it. You find some interesting stuff. First of all, it seems as if like one of the books that's open here is one of the ledgers from the bookshelf, so you can kind of look at it and, you know, discern what the rest of the bookshelf might entail. This seems to be like years of catalogs of financial data for this Thieves Guild. It seems as if they did make money off of like the gambling den and that whole aspect of it, but a majority of their money seems to be from thievery and abduction. They seem to be linked to lots of abductions throughout the city. They would funnel people through the smugglers' sewers below, out, and it looked like a majority of their victims were sent to the city of Vire, which is another city in Cheliax, where they sent off these people to be sold into slavery. And that's where most of their money seems to have come from. Furthermore, across the documents here, there's some deeds for a number of warehouses and waterfront buildings in Vire that all have the same owner, a woman named Molly Mayapple. Other notes here indicate that these deeds are stolen, and that the Grey Spiders intended to use the deeds to blackmail Miss Mayapple. You presume that the raid by the Hell Knights cut this plan short. There is a note here, written in Tien. Does anyone speak Tien? There's some chicken scratch here you can't make out that seems to be written in the margins of one of these notes. Furthermore, there's a piece of paper sticking out of one of the books here that is a poem. You can make a knowledge history check to identify who the author of this poem is. Also, the poem has like one stanza that's circled. Does anyone have knowledge history?
Nada.
Not
Really?
do I?
Oh.
I don't think I don't
Uh,
knowledge anything. I have knowledge nature.
you do recall that 4 poets were outlawed earlier in this adventure, and you presume it might be one of them, but you don't know which. However, you can still read the poem, regardless of not knowing who its author is. The poem reads, "Contract terms are by the book, crooned the devil to the crook. If you change them, I declare, I must know you're playing fair. In yon vault your papers lie, crowed the crook in swift reply. Doors locked tight by magic word, so speak the phrase so it is heard. Moonstone, moonstone, ruby bright, open turquoise, malachite. As the devil voiced the phrase, to the vault he cast his gaze. When his back was full displayed, canny crook plied silver blade. None shall mourn your foolish death, voiced the crook with victor's breath. Devil's single greatest flaw, doubtful wits entrenched in law."
Which stanza is circled?
The one that's circled.
Oh.
Moonstone, runestone, ruby bright.
I wasn't tapped in, so I didn't realize it was shared with us.
Yep, so there's that poem. There also seem to be lots of maps on the table of the city of Kintargo. A lot of them have mostly out-of-date information about where patrons, allies, and enemies of the Grey Spiders lived. However, as it's been like 100 years, you don't know, or not 100 years, but it's been a long time. You don't know if any of these people are still alive, but what is of interest to you seem to be, like, geographically various smuggling routes that they used to pass throughout the city, when curfew was happening or when they had things they didn't want to be learned. Collecting these maps and taking them with you, or, when you guys move in here, going through them in more full detail, will allow you to get a permanent +3 bonus on secrecy checks.
Oh!
As you guys can use these paths along the rooftops and through the sewers. Yeah.
That sounds like it could help our very secretive organization.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta start doing that a bit better, by the way.
One of these maps actually details a building that seems to no longer exist, for what it's worth, which is the Lucky Bones proper, the gambling house that is completely in ruins. So if you ever wanted to build a copy of it, you could. There's also a detailed map of this upper dungeon, including the location of all of its secret doors. Notes on this map indicate that Guild Mistress Lorelou was to defend this floor, and Guildmaster Brackus was to defend the smugglers' tunnels below. Furthermore, it notes that Brackus should call upon his pet devil, Shershagat, for help, but provides no more insight here. Lastly, Guildmistress High Fensroll was to attempt an escape via the smugglers' tunnels to bring news of the assault to their allies in Fire. So you guys now can see that there's a secret passage over here that you missed before. Secret passage here you missed before. There's, in fact, all these other rooms as well. Boop.
Ooh.
So you have a map of this whole place. Boop. There you go.
Easy peasy.
Is there anything about what the fuck that color room was?
It will have the rooms labeled. That room will be labeled the Watcher in the Walls, and it'll also have in like some subscript like guild holdings.
Was it their treasury? I don't want to find out yet. Have you?
Sure. You do you, Bugaboo. So yeah. To the right there is a well. And then past it is an opium den. And those seem to be kind of the last locations of note. The well here leads, the room to the right, that octagon, leads into the lower level. There's like indication on the map that like that's the way down to the second level.
That's the water level, the water temple.
Yes, I mean, according to the notes, like the lower level was not submerged. They had like a way for keeping it dry. But, when you open the doors, the well here, I'll describe it and stuff. But basically, the level is now flooded. It was not previously flooded when it was in operation. Almost as if, as they were fleeing, they flooded the chambers below.
So kind.
Indeed. But yeah. I imagine you guys are going to head into that room now, to the east?
Yeah.
The octagon room?
Can I attempt to swim down?
Well, let me describe the room.
We gotta prep. We gotta prepare first.
So you're going to open the door.
Uh-huh.
Okay. An intense battle occurred here, as indicated by gouges and old blood stains on the walls and floor, scorched patches from old fires, and the moldering skeletons of several men and women sprawled on the floor. The middle of the room features a 10-foot diameter iron capstone over what appears to be a well, next to which stands a winch made of wood and rusted iron. A large carving of a strange, tall, lanky man in a cloak adorns the capstone. The man's 4 eyes are softly glowing gemstones. So you can't actually see that there's water there. There's this big metal top, like kind of like the top of a pyramid is sat on top of this well. Okay. And there's some a winch which you think could move it up and down, but it seems fairly well secured. Furthermore, there are the bodies of 6 people here. And as you open the door, they will begin standing up and we can roll initiative.
I've been wondering when we would see some undead.
I imagine Tommy opened this door.
Yeah.
And you guys are not. Maybe Buddy's there. Sezzix, is that where you at?
I'd have looked at stuff with Caerrat.
Cool. You see 6 ghasts.
As they rise up, I say I want to go to the Opium Den after this.
Yeah, these guys look like they're dressed similarly to those 2 people that you looted in the previous room, Tommy. But these guys have not been horribly destroyed by whatever was in that room. Instead, they were just stuck in this room and died. They look very emaciated and hungry. Sezzix, yeah, you see ghasts rising up.
Oh, my first?
You sure are.
I mean, it's shooting time, I guess.
Sure.
Here I go blasting again.
Here I go blasting again.
Aww.
Your first attack hits and crits because it hasn't gone yet. Your second attack hits and your third attack jams, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, your first attack will probably kill one outright. So go ahead and just roll your damage on one of them. And I'll multiply it by 4. Yeah, that one's just dead. And then you can take an attack on another one. That one is also dead. So you fire 3 rounds into here, dropping 2 of them. And then the third one just kind of misfires and your gun jams. Ghast 4 will go. It will just kind of scramble around and attack this person in front of it. And Ghast 6 will do the same thing. So 1 attack on each of yous. I don't know why it doesn't have them in separate lines. It'll make 1 attack on Buddy. Really? Really? Okay, I can't do that. 1 attack on Buddy. Natural 1.
The gas is too frightened.
1 attack on Tommy. Also misses. So these guys come up and they begin like scraping at your armor and like biting at you and stuff like that. You manage to hold them off. Not particularly threatening. At your higher level now. Tommy. They are adjacent to each other. If you want, so I can hit them. You can cleave them if you want to.
All right, I'm going to use Cleaving Finish.
It's not what that is.
Okay.
Cleaving Finish triggers when you kill something. Yeah, Greater Cleave.
Okay. Oof.
You miss. You swing wide and aim to take both their heads off with a single blow, and you just kind of whiff. Caerrat.
We will channel.
Sure.
DC 16 will save.
Sure. 1. They're all in there. I'll just roll 4 of these dice. 1 of them fails. I think the rest succeed.
Alright, we take what we can.
Yeah, they have a +9.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're all injured. They'll go. This one is the one that failed. He takes 9. The others will take 4. Yeah, they don't like that at all. Sadly, these 2 can't really do anything. This guy will squeeze in here and attack Tommy with a -4. Not a natural 20. This one will attempt to vault over everyone. We'll make an acrobatics check. Yo, he will provoke an attack from Tommy. You can try to bisect this guy as he kind of clambers across the ceiling and tries to descend next to you. Guest 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just kind of like scrambles over the top of them and like jumps across your shoulders and like lands on the ground there. Oh, you totally hit him.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
He is in fact dead because he's the one that failed his save. Wah, wah. With that, you
That's
kind
a
of
cleaving finish, isn't it?
I think cleaving finish is only on your turn.
If you make a melee attack and your target drops to 0 or fewer hit points.
Yeah, you can make another melee attack using your base attack bonus against an opponent within retreat. You can only make one extra attack a round. So yeah, you can attack one of them if you want to. Totally
if you want to, as if he'd say no.
I don't know. Yeah,
As
so
he
like
just kills them.
So like one of them jumps over top and you clip it with your scythe and you just kind of rip through that one and into the other and finish him off as well. Buddy, you're up.
Ooh. Sure. I'll enter into a rage.
Sure.
Although I probably don't need
Seems rage worthy.
to.
Not my
The
gas.
smell is just so bad.
Yeah.
The stank.
And then I'm gonna make 3 attacks. They both look probably about the same health, so I'm just gonna
They're in
attack.
fact exactly the same health.
I will attack one of them with these claws.
You seem to hit.
Excellent.
Roll your damage. Oh, your minimum damage is 15?
Yeah.
Is that with your power attack and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just dead.
Jesus.
You just like grab their heads and smash them together.
Yeah. Like, make a little, I don't know,
What's going
mud
on?
pie out of them.
Is your +8 to strength, is that while raging?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just confused why 22 is a +8 bonus. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then you have +4 from
Yeah,
power
I have,
attack.
yeah. My strength right now is, let me see here. Yeah, +8.
Yep.
And then, yeah,
I think it's only +12 to damage. I don't know why you're getting +14. Because power attack only adds 2 per instance. So you should have 4 from power attack. And then 8 from strength is 12. Unless you have like a amulet of Mighty Fists +2.
I'll look. There might be something else with my character that I have.
Maybe
No.
something for your race.
No, so like if you look at your claw is 1d6 +8, and then it says claw power attack is 1d6 +12. And then your claw rage power attack.
Yeah, so there must be something when I'm raging. I might have like a feat or something.
Either way, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
look
you
into
might
it.
be giving yourself your strength bonus twice when raging. Because
Oh.
the 22 strength is a base of 6, not 8.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah. And then when you
Okay.
rage, it goes to a 26, which is a +8. Either way, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just kind of take your claws, roar, these like claws sprout out of your hands, and you just kind of rend through the last 2. Combat's over. There's a pile of loot on the ground that you scoop up. I'll put it in your loot pile.
I know what it is. It's Reckless Rage. Gives me an additional +2.
No, this is to hit, not damage. Reckless Abandon is a bonus to hit, not
Wait,
damage.
When you use a power attack while raging,
You do not incur the penalty to attack. Instead of a penalty to AC. Reckless Abandon.
No, it's called Reckless Rage. While using power attack while you're raging, you take an additional -1 penalty to your melee attack rolls and combat maneuver checks, and you gain an additional +2 damage on your melee damage rolls.
Oh.
So that's where the extra +2 is coming.
Okay.
And I'm always going to be taking that when I'm raging, so it's just built in.
Okay, so you have a -3 to your attacks when you're raging. Or when you're
Yeah.
power attacking.
Yeah.
Oh. How's your bonus of 13 still then? If you have a -3 on it.
Let's see here.
So you have 5 from Barbarian, and then you have
8 strength.
6 from Strength. It's while raging. It's 8.
Oh.
And then you have +2 from Rage, and then -3. So you should have a +10 to hit, not a +13. Yeah, something was wonky.
Okay. Yeah, I can change that. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, like I've played
20 hits.
I've played numerous barbarians, and a level 5 +13 to damage with +13 to hit seems very high.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're super dead regardless. Across their corpses, you find a interesting sword that seems relatively well preserved, as well as a nice vest on one of them that seems to have survived the time. Do you want to attempt to identify these things?
Yeah, we'll peek at them.
You're gonna peek at them? All right, give me a spellcraft check. Oh boy, this is a +1 mithril short sword and a vest of escape, which is pretty cool.
What is the vest of escape?
You find about 3,000 gold pieces scattered across them.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, there were 6 of them. And in the ones previously that Time encountered had about 600 each. These are like the same people, right? The same generic stat block of loot. These guys were just undead.
Could we fix the gold price on the +1 mithril short sword? That's 10 gold.
It should certainly be more than that.
Sage, do you have disabled device trained?
I do not, unfortunately.
Should be 2,700 or something.
I
I'll
have
say
a
3,000.
-4
It's
my
a
armor.
curio. It's worth a little more. I think it's like 700 gold for being mithril or something. I don't know. Yeah. The Vesta's escape might be of interest to you. It gives you a +4 on disable device checks and a +6 to escape artist, the skill that nobody has any ranks in. Perhaps Sezzix might wish to put a skill point in disable device when he levels up.
I can't. It's not a class skill for me.
Anyone can put
You can
a
still put
point
it in.
You just don't get the +3 bonus.
Okay.
So yeah, this room is a dead
I'll
end.
take that.
There is this giant metal capstone that has this relief figure carved into it of a strange cloaked man with 4 eyes. And the 4 eyes are 4 gemstones.
I'll kind of look at you guys and, moonstone, ruby, bright, open, turquoise, malachite? I throw my hands in the air.
You say that aloud, nothing happens.
Aw.
Maybe it's the
Here, I'll push a moonstone.
Yeah, you like press on the moonstone. So if you examine, as you go up to the thing and look at it closely, you know that this figure is kind of fucked up. It's in fact not a man, but a strange insect-like creature that stands like a man, its wings folded against its body like a cloak. So you see like a bipedal, humanoid-sized insect man. And it does have 4 eyes. And yeah, you press into one of the moonstones. As you, in fact, look at this, it does have the moonstone, ruby, malachite eyes. You could, like, depress one of them, and it stays depressed. So you could depress more.
So moon.
Oh yeah, I'll keep going. I'm fixing things right now.
Yeah, so you're gonna push them in the order they say?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, this is fun.
Yeah. The 4 gemstone eyes are malachite, moonstone, ruby, and turquoise. Pressing them in the correct order, moonstone, ruby, turquoise, malachite, bypasses whatever is here and opens the capstone like a trap door. The door opens, and you see water down below. A 10-foot diameter shaft is revealed. The old rusted rungs of an iron ladder descend into the shaft, which is flooded with water 10 feet below the floor level of this chamber. The shaft drops an additional 20 feet into a dark river below.
How well can I see down into the water? Is it clear? Is it all murky?
There is no light here. The only light is the light you bring with you.
Which is like a lantern we have.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see down to the surface of the water. You can't really see through it too well without dark vision.
Okay. So I have an idea. If my
Tommy, please, let's go get magic to solve this problem.
No, it is magic. It is magic.
Okay.
Can you cast light on a copper piece, and we drop it down to see as it goes down?
What?
Yeah.
Why would we waste a copper piece? And I'll pick up a pebble. Ground.
I mean, that works. That was just something easy in my pocket.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
well, buddy's so frugal now.
You can see that the ground, that the water is not a pristine, like crystalline clear water, which would be weird for this region. It seems to be the same kind of water that you would find in the Bay of Kintargo.
It's been flooded from the river.
It's like ocean water.
So we could probably approach from the ocean.
We can come from here, too. We just need to go get some spells so we can breathe underwater. Like, we have to explore this entire underground place. I just gotta go prepare a bit.
Sure.
All right.
For what it's worth, you have not explored the rooms to the east here.
Oh, yeah,
I was going to say we could do that on our way out.
Yeah, I did want to go to the Opium Den.
Sure, that is the Opium Den. So you come around to these double doors here. Although this room is over 60 feet across, its 7-foot-high ceiling and curtained alcoves give it a claustrophobic feel. Squat rows of columns clutter the room's central space, while each of the 7 alcoves is divided in half by a moldering curtain. To either side of the curtain in each alcove sits a once luxurious divan, which is like a fainting couch, basically, next to a simple wooden stool and a low table supporting a grimy hookah. There are some bodies here. There are three remains of like withered people lying in beds that seem to be, next to drug apparati, as if they overdosed and died here. And as soon as one of you steps into the room, ghosts appear. And they look like this. And you can roll initiative.
I don't think I need to say it. I think it's obvious, but I'll clear my gun while we're out of combat.
Yeah, of course. You see some of these horrific things. You don't know what they are. And they go first. Which one of you, Tommy or Buddy, was stepping in first?
I've been going in first, so it'd probably be in character for me to
My man. This ghost's emaciated figure's mouth hangs agape in an endless howl, and its abnormally long arms almost touch the ground. Neat.
This is why you don't do drugs, Tommy.
This one will emit a terrible howl. Everyone can make a will save. This is sonic mind-affecting fear effect. It will move to here, and it will howl.
Well, we're all dead, aren't we? Oh.
Sezzix, you're fine. Tommy! My boy! Buddy! Your 2 frontliners are staggered as you guys begin, sweating. You begin sweating profusely. Your heart begins beating, super fast, and you're, clutching your chest. You do not feel right. You don't know what this feeling is. Buddy, on a 3, you know what this feeling is. You don't know what this feeling is. This one will come around, and it will attack. It seems to have reach. It attacks from here. Against your touch AC, it scores a hit. As it hits you, you need to make a fortitude save. Tommy.
Can it see him like around that corner?
Tommy opened the door and stepped into the room. These
Oh,
things spawn when you step into the room. So, like, yes. It can also attack through walls. It's a ghost. Bitch.
I was curious.
You take some damage. You feel racking pain. You take 5 points of damage. Savage.
My God.
Furthermore, you take an additional effect. This thing seems bolstered, and it doesn't say which one it is, so I'm just gonna roll a d10 for me. See what this guy's poison was in life. 6. Sweet. You are fucked up. You feel a need to get your hands on some Pesh. You've heard of Pesh before. You've seen people doing it in the streets and like back alleyways. Pesh is basically coke mixed with barbarian rage powder, and when you take it, there's like a chance that your heart stops, and there's a very small chance that you just enter a barbarian rage permanently until your heart gives out and you die. So you're like hopped up and you're jonesing for this Pesh. Also, as this thing hits you and afflicts its addiction upon you, it seems juiced up as it enrages.
Oh, no.
And it begins moving like really fast. Mechanically, you're staggered from the other thing, and you are currently addicted to Pesh. You are going through withdrawals, and it might have some effects on you. Sezzix.
I blast the one I can see.
Sure. Tommy begins acting like a drug addict.
What's new? It's just Tommy being Tommy.
Yeah. 2 hits. Is your gun magical?
It is a +1.
Sweet.
Big
You seem
drug
to do
actor.
half damage to these creatures. So it will take 8 and 8 for a total of 16. Unidentified creature 2 will go. Do you guys have any drugs on your person?
I would assume I have like a joint or something. That would be reasonable.
Sure. As this one comes up, you see it begins freaking out. It moves faster, and hold on a second. Was it all for naught? It like comes up to the entrance here. It'll just be right next to you, Tommy, and it is slavering, looking at you, Caerrat. But like, it doesn't exit the room, and it double moved. But it is jonesing for that play. It's jonesing pretty hard. Tommy, you're staggered. You were also going through Pesh withdrawals. What would you like to do?
I would like to take a 5-step over here so I don't provoke.
Sure. You're staggered, so you only have 1 action on your turn.
Okay.
So you could 5-foot step and make 1 attack, or you could just move.
Yep. I will begin crying to Caerrat.
You could
about
also just
how I
attack
need
it with
to-
your scythe.
Can I reach it from here?
You're
attack
in
it
this
by
square, and there's one next to you.
Gotcha,
Attack
yeah.
first, then leave.
Attack first, yeah.
He only has 1 action.
Oh, but like you can still take a 5-foot step, right?
Yeah, they have reach, so he'll still be
that's
attackable.
I'll step into the ring. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
I too have a 5-foot step while staggered.
Good, make your attack.
Yep. All right. Oh!
You cannot critically hit ghosts, as you do not have a ghost touch weapon. But you do hit it. And you do half
All
damage.
that excitement just died.
You do
Yeah.
10 damage to unidentified creature 2. It takes it. Buddy. And you want to
Even
step
his
to the
silver?
side? You need to have a ghost touch weapon to deal full damage to incorporeal creatures. They are ghosts.
Tommy's going into the room. All right.
No. That's not what I was doing.
Oh, you want to leave? Okay. I'll kill Buddy.
I'll take a 5-foot step. Free action. I'll enter my rage.
Cool. You can make one attack. Do you have a amulet of mighty fists +1?
I do not have an amulet of mighty fist +1.
Yeah, you would know that you might know that your attack will do nothing to these creatures.
Might know. Can
They're
I
ghosts.
use a silver weapon?
Anything
It needs to be
magical.
magic.
I don't know if this is magic. It's just a silver sword.
You guys have
Okay.
a +1 sword that you just found. That is magic because it is a +1.
Buddy
sword.
would be carrying all the loot in a backpack. He is
Yeah,
the
so you can
strongest.
attack it with the +1 sword.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a +1 to attack and damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So this will technically have +1 to hit.
Do it up.
I'll add that +1,
And
and we raging.
sure.
No,
That attack will miss. Clear it.
that attack will miss.
Like the only way it could.
So anyway, start blasting.
You gonna channel positive energy to harm my creatures?
I couldn't believe it myself if I was going to, but 16.
Sure. They have a +10 on this.
Yeah, I'll be doing 5 damage.
They will roll 3 dice. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. One of them fails.
Hey,
Number 3 fails. Number 3 will take 11 damage. The rest will take 5. Number 3 looks bloodied. All right, top of the round. Number 3 will
then-
go. Oh, did you want to move?
yeah, I'm gonna move. Can I move here without provoking?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
You're gonna leave me?
I'm not getting full round attacked by that creature.
Yeah, they're gonna touch Buddy. Oh, critical threat. Oh,
Oh.
confirms. Buddy, give me a fortitude save.
Sure. Yes. Fortitude. Fortunately, it is a +12.
Sweet. I'll need a couple of them, and then I'll need a couple more
Sweet.
when the next ones hit you.
There's the first one.
Uh-huh. You just keep
How many
rolling
more
them. Just one more.
Just keep rolling.
You're good. All right, next creature will attack you.
Sweet.
2 hits. 2 more fortitude saves.
Oh, natural 20
Sweet.
and another 20. We're
Yeah.
good.
These things begin tearing into you. You feel horrible as these things are causing racking pain across your body. It reminds you of when you were first captured by the Chelish and like tortured nonstop by Nox. It feels like that. Like she would just kind of touch you and cause pain to erupt across your body. That's what these things are doing. Except they seem to be not touching your skin. They're like reaching into your muscle and your organs and like injuring you from the inside out. As their hands pass through you because they're incorporeal.
That only makes me madder.
Yep. Sezzix.
I'm gonna keep shooting.
Okay. Those all hit. So many instances of half damage. All right. So you do
28 in total.
so much damage to number 3. With that, with the final shot, number 3 is discorporeated and just kind of wisps away. Woot woot. Number 2 will go. This one is cracked out of its mind as it has given someone its addiction. It will attempt to also give you its addiction, Mr. Buddy. And it will attack you twice.
Sure.
Yo, 2 hits.
Fortitude saves?
For sure.
Oh, that one might do it in.
It's 16 or something. Yep. You are also addicted to Pesh now.
We going to rehab after this, boys?
You begin sweating profusely as this thing lacerates you, and you start like bleeding from the nose. Tommy, you are still staggered from the shout at the start of combat.
Can I 5-foot step? Can I see the target, or would he have partial cover?
You have cover.
Okay, what is the minus on that?
It's not a minus. I get a bonus to my AC.
Oh, okay,
It's 4 though. Is the difference?
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do this up.
Let us do this up.
Dope.
Dope. You swing your scythe clumsily. You like mid swing, you're like wiping sweat out of your face. Perspiring pretty hard. You're like loosening your armor a bit. Buddy.
He just ran to the bathroom.
I imagine he attacked once.
I will ask him to delay so I can cast Remove Fear on those two.
Sure. They're staggered.
Is it a fear effect?
It was.
Uh,
I don't know. They're like, I guess they would technically be afflicted by it. It's literally just a tormented howl. It's a standard action. They emit a terrible howl. It's a sonic mind-affecting fear effect. They're staggered for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. I would say it would work if you want to spend your action doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can touch 2 of them. I'll cast it.
Cool.
I will remain hiding behind Sezzix.
That's not how a touch spell works.
It's a 25-foot.
It's
range.
not a touch spell then.
It's not a touch.
So when you said you could touch them, you were lying.
That was yes, I was lying to you at this point.
I see. Very good. All right, buddy.
Buddy and Tommy, you two are immune to fear for the next 50 minutes.
You are no longer staggered.
10 minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
You are
Okay.
just addicted to Pesh.
And I'm going to assume they might have some, so I'm going to attack them and steal it. So I'm going to 5-foot step.
There might be
right to
some
the-
in this room.
But I can now make my full round attacks, so I'm going to make 2 attacks on creature
Yeah.
2 with the +1 sword. And I'm still raging. First attack. 25.
Yeah, you make all your attacks.
I imagine that is. I still have one more to roll. But I guess I would see if damage goes first.
It does not kill it.
Okay.
You still do half damage.
Yeah.
Now you get the fortune of doing half damage. You hit it.
17
It is not blooded. 17 on which one? Number 2?
Number 2.
A 17 on number 2 will miss. This one is hopped up.
No!
They are under the effects of a thing. Because they have gotten you. They're actually supposed to be displaced, but we'll just give them the +2 to all their things instead. Alright, top of the round. Unidentified creature 1 will go. Yeah, I guess they'll try to compound the disease on you guys. One will attack Buddy, and the other one will attack Tommy. 2 more attacks on your boy Buddy. Give me 2 more fortitude saves. Right now you have a minor addiction. Oh, you have a
15.
moderate addiction now.
Oh no! And the other one should be
Okay. You take some damage.
down
Sezzix.
yet?
No, you have
Oh,
10 hit
we're
points
good.
left.
Oh, nice.
You're getting
They
really
don't do
messed
much-
up though.
Oh my god.
They haven't. They didn't do much
Does
damage.
2 have any cover for me?
Not if you step to the side.
So if I'm like right here, it's no.
I would say here. I don't think you can. I don't think Caerrat can stand where he's standing.
Okay.
I mean, like, this is how I would have drawn the map for what it's worth. So
Oh man.
I think this is more accurate to the squares people are in. So there you go. So you can be here and shoot him, ignoring the grid.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you hit him 3 times.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
14 because we can't crit.
Yep.
Oh,
So it's half
right.
that, so it's 7.
Yeah.
To number 2. Got it. He's now bloodied. And then he takes another
20 in total. 13 more.
should be 13 more. Okay. He is still up. He will go. He'll try to amp up his disease on Tommy. He'll step to here to give his buddy flanking.
I can't be flanked.
He doesn't know that. He's a ghost. 17 hits your touch AC, Tommy. Go ahead and give me 2 fortitude saves. Against that addiction. You are not chasing the dragon today. You still just have a minor addiction. Tommy, you are no longer staggered.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step here, and I am going to attack Ghost 2.
Do it up.
Bam.
Yo,
And
you
crit
hit.
Jeez, why are we wasting our crits today?
You hit it twice. Go and roll your damage. Not wasting. It's an auto hit, man.
But we have 4 times crits.
So
18 or 20.
That's a crit. So
Take off 2, become
Oh.
20, and then divided by 2 would be 10.
it says the formula right there is 2d4 plus 8. So he did 12 attack. So he did 6 on the first attack.
Got
it.
All right. You want to do the second one on him? He dies. He has 3 hit points left. Boop.
Okay.
Caerrat, there seems to be one of these creatures left. Your
And a
companions
buddy
look
who
pretty
will
badly
die.
hurt. Mm-hmm. I'm trying, man. I'm just out here attacking with my ghosts that can't leave the room. I really wanted to get Caerrat. I get bonuses if I'm attacking someone who's holding my drug.
You just had a fucking hippie that died in this room.
I randomly rolled to see what addictions they had. One was pesh, one was alcohol, one was flavely.
Hey, that's honest. Yeah, I'll heal for 13 to my team.
Buddy,
Oh, yeah.
you're up.
Well, we're gonna attack.
You now have a moderate addiction. You have a -2 penalty to Constitution and Strength.
Let me adjust that number real quickly.
That, of course, goes away if you take pesh. Just so
yeah,
we're
yeah.
clear. This is only when you're going through withdrawals. You can certainly just do pesh, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can get
No.
3 rounds of rage.
It's like a 5% chance your character dies when you take pesh. It's fine. Your heart
Alright.
stops.
First attack. That should hit.
Oh, yeah. This thing is quite healthy, so you can just make all your attacks.
Yeah.
It will take 7. Nice. It'll go. Let's see if we can get that moderate to severe.
we're gonna lose Buddy to a heroin overdose.
Buddy, give me that fortitude save.
Oh god, it's Buddy the face head.
Help me, sir. I need Jesus.
He's gonna fall asleep working while he's whittling and get a fucking screwdriver in the eye.
You're fine.
Get there.
It
Get
will
there.
it will 5 step back. Sezzix. You cannot see that creature currently.
I have to come up here.
Mm-hmm. You
And then it's only one shot, right?
Mm-hmm. It's so clever. You hit it, unsurprisingly. Tommy, your companions begin blasting through this thing. It seems to be quite focused on Buddy.
I'll take a 5-foot step here and attack it.
Sweet. Nice. Nice. Sear it. Your attacks go wide as it's hiding behind this pillar.
Please don't die to a drug addiction or this monster.
I'm gonna die as soon as I leave rage. That's what's gonna happen.
But every time you take Pesh, you get enraged.
That's true.
It's free rage.
I keep living.
You'd be like a Bane from the comics and just have a rebreather of Barbarian Rage Potion.
Yeah.
Healing Buddy some? Alright.
Yeah, I'll just heal, buddy.
Buddy! The dragon's coming from you. Coming for you. You're feeling a little under the weather.
Give me that bash. I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, you get into a hobo fight with this ghost. That'll hit.
Yay! Minimum damage 7.
Yeah, it will respond in kind. It is now bloodied. Let's go. 2 fortitude saves. Can my 4d6 outpace Garm's 3d6? Nope. Not with those rolls.
That one's good. That one's probably good too. Yeah.
That one is also good. It scampers a little further away. Sezzix. Blasted.
So
it.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
18 damage.
It is barely up. Tommy. Can't buy a hit in this game.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step.
Here it is, Tommy, for all the marbles.
And let's go.
No, you hit it.
Oh, the Marbale.
You hit it, Tommy. You hit it. You did it.
Let's go.
It's certainly dead.
Okay.
With that, combat is over. Mechanically, Tommy, you have a minor addiction.
What does that entail? Besides just feeling like I want to snort Pesh.
And then you have a moderate addiction. So your minor addiction just gives you a -2 to con. Every day you get a save to try and cure it. Try to shake it off. Now, of course, you can offset the penalty to Constitution by taking some Pesh, if you'd like. If you'd like to find some Pesh.
I'm gonna start searching this person's body while I'm still in a rage, by the way.
There's no body. They're
it's
ghosts.
just gone. Oh, okay.
So you just start swiping through the air in a barbarian rage?
Yeah, you just want to try to...
to...
You want to try to find it?
Buddy, come here, buddy, please.
I don't know if I can make those checks, though. I can't make certain checks while I'm still raging.
Yeah, so here's what Pesh does. Taking Refined Pesh gives you 15 temporary hit points for an hour, a +2 morale versus fear effects for a day, and a -4 penalty to Dex and Wisdom for a day. It's not that expensive. It's $20 for a good dose of Pesh.
What was the minor addiction? Well,
the minor addiction is the top one I typed.
Okay.
-2 to con is all you have right now as you're going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
But if and con just gives you what I'm saying here, Tommy. Con just gives you a penalty to your health, right?
Yep.
You're level 6, right? So that's only a -6 to health. But you could take Pesh and get 15 extra health. So, really, is it a bad thing to be addicted to Pesh? Who's to say? Who's to say? Find your own bliss.
Alright. As I leave my rage, I pass out.
Come,
but you guys would like to
come.
search for some Pesh and other drugs? You find no drugs here, but you find some gold pieces that I'll put in your loot.
Yes. As I leave my rage, I will pass out.
Okay, once he's down and unconscious, I'll begin healing him, starting with a remove disease spell.
Sure. Take your time, man. When the Grey Spiders and the Hell Knights sealed both ends of this area, 11 drug-addicted patrons were unfortunately locked within. 8 of them recovered in time to seek out food, only to meet their ends elsewhere, and the remaining 3 perished in here in the days that followed, dying of neglect and thirst while suffering through the withdrawals. And rising soon thereafter is Wretch Ghost, incorporeal undead that suffer the pang of addiction beyond death.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Campaign side.
Am I healing for 9? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
no, I tried to remove your disease. I, however, failed.
Can you try to remove mine?
You guys seem to have cleared this place out with the exception of the colored room. I imagine as you pass through it, you're just passing through the safe squares again.
Seems about right, yeah.
Can we, throw a rock on the other ones?
Would you like to do that?
Is anyone going to stop me from doing that?
No, we don't know. I don't know anything about that room. I just like the green squares. That's all. So
That's
what
honest.
I really don't. So if you want to go in there and fuck around, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know anything.
I'm also currently keeping Buddy unconscious, so he can't search for Pesh. So if we can solve that problem first before we begin wandering around.
Yeah, I'm on my knees, kind of begging Garm.
There's some beds here, Garm, that actually fit drug-addicted patrons if you'd like to get them up on one of those.
We might just put him there, and I'll memorize some remove diseases for tomorrow.
Caerrat, dude, you want to? Is it okay if I go get some Pesh, buddy?
No, you can't. You can't. Okay, buddy, you're not that bad yet, but come on. Sezzix, no, please stop trying to throw rocks onto the color squares. Oh god.
No,
God.
I can't get back there without Buddy anyway because I need his spider climb boots.
So you're trying to steal his shoes while he's unconscious, high on drugs?
I'm better than that.
I knew it would come to this.
This isn't the why, dude. This isn't the why, Sezzix. You can't just steal people's shit while they're asleep.
I'm not. I'm just sitting there watching you and laughing at your struggles now.
Dude, can we just get some Pesh, man? Fuck him. Let's go.
I'll go look in all the beds and see what I can find. I doubt I could find anything though.
Sezzix, man, is there anything? Come on, dude. I don't feel good.
Can I open a pillow and take whatever's inside of it out and hand it to Tommy and say it's Pesh?
I'm addicted. I know what Pesh is.
But you're also desperate.
He just starts snuffing old fucking feathers. Yeah, we're gonna get our boy Buddy in a Pesh bed. We'll put him in one of the rooms down here that the cultists were using. We'll get him stored up in there while we recover him.
Sure. So
I'll heal you up, big guy.
Are you guys just gonna spend the night here?
I think we're cleared out, right? We should probably search.
This
through
level
the
seems
areas.
pretty secure.
We should probably board up the entrance or something though.
I mean, there are a couple of Odiogs upstairs.
What was? Oh, never mind. This staircase was the one that we came down, right?
Yep, that's how you got in.
Do we want to rest? Do we want to
Well, you also have to find some way to breathe underwater. You decided.
Yeah. So we'll have to go do scrolls buying shit like that.
Yeah, but I feel if we just walk through the street with Buddy high out of his mind, people will look at us.
He's just jonesing.
Yeah.
Buddy's asleep.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yeah, but if we walk through the streets with Buddy, he will find or smell Pesh.
Do you know how often I walk around outside high?
Buddy is at negative hit points, Seishi.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's
you have like
unconscious.
channel positive energies left though.
Garm,
I can
Garm
bring
has
him unbound.
specifically not woken him up.
I know. I'm
So
saying
you can
if
travel
we
with him
were-
like an object. You can just put him like on a sled and drag him behind you.
and we won't have people look at us doing that. Aren't we trying to?
You're
be secretive,
in
Garm?
old Kintargo, man. Like,
This is
these
good.
are the slums.
I need more popcorn.
There's definitely drug addicts
Ooh,
on
that's a
every
great
corner.
idea.
Like,
Yeah, I'll make it disguise.
you
check
guys
to try
being
and cover up the
high-level
wagon.
adventurers could easily, smuggle your friend under blankets or waiting until nightfall or whatever. Sure, you
I'll make a
them.
disguise check and tuck him underneath some like a wagon or some shit.
Are we
Sure.
gonna like bring him back to the inn and then like tie him down to the bed?
Just manacle him to the.
I don't.
Well,
I
that
don't
way when
think
you
anyone's stronger than
Would you guys
Muddy.
like to call in one of your favors from your pirate captain friend?
No, we just need a day.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Well, you
I'll
also
just
wanted
heal
to
in the
breathe
morning.
water and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we just need to go buy scrolls and stuff like that today. We'll like spend the day buying scrolls, taking the rest. Tomorrow I'll cast a few remove diseases on them, then the next day we'll go down.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and buy whatever you'd like, and you can sell the loot. Days past if you want to take some time and try to identify that dagger again. I think you guys haven't identified everything else.
There's two. There's a dagger in my inventory, I believe.
Oh,
There's
I
a
remember.
dagger in the party sheet, and there is a single card that is also unidentified. It is a dagger of venom. It'll sell very well for you. The card, I don't remember which card it was. I want to say it was like the... Let me see if I can find it. It is a single card from a deck of illusions. This is what it is. And basically when you throw this card down, it'll make an illusion of it. It has just the 8 of spades. So, only the 8 of spades cards. The 8 of spades is a hobgoblin, so you can make an illusionary hobgoblin once ever by using this. But yeah, I think those are all the unidentified things that I saw in there. 8100 divided by 34. This card by itself is worth 200 gold pieces.
I mean, I guess we'll keep it. Seems cool.
Did you guys give out gold
238.
last session?
No, they did not.
What was it?
Okay.
Boom, it is worth 238 gold pieces. Woo! I think everything's identified now. Yeah, if you want to keep, I can divvy up gold now. If there's anything you guys want to keep, just drag it to your sheet, and I'll vendor the rest. There's a circle of persuasion that no one took as well. Gives you a +3 to charisma checks. Fills the headband slot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give up my headband of wisdom if you want that, Sage.
Yeah, I would take wisdom.
Buddy would take it too as like a nice little like tiara to wear. But he's unconscious.
Yeah, there's also some boots of spider climbing or whatever else.
They are slippers of spider climb, I'll have you know.
They're loafers of spider climb.
Yeah. Crocs
just-
of spider climb.
He just whips out the old moccasins to climb
Moccasins
the
of
pool.
spider climbing.
Cool.
Incredibly-
I don't think there's anything else there, so I'm gonna sell it all. Boop. And badoop. You guys got money.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know. Garm can tell you how much you guys are all spending on your aquatic adventuring gear. Yeah, it depends what kind of spell you want to get to go underwater with.
Do you think it'll be less than 1,400 gold?
Presumably.
It depends
I
what
have
Garm
some
wants to
spending
get.
money. Probably like a scroll, a life bubble, a wand to touch of the sea, and then like a couple scrolls of water breathing. That seems reasonable. I'll do the math.
Yeah.
Because I was going to buy a belt of mighty
Life
strength.
Bubble will let Seish fire his gun underwater. But in general, the rules for aquatic combat, you guys are all going to have like a -2 on your attacks. And then I think none of you will do half damage.
Well, I have to get like an air bubble or something, right?
Garm said he was going to buy that. That was going to be included. So yeah, I believe you guys just have like a -2 penalty on all your attacks. Your ranged attacks get penalties the further the distance the target is away from you. But yes. Bum, bum, ba-dum. So here it is, combat adjustments underwater. You guys will have a sim speed, so you'll have with your non-piercing attacks. So with your piercing attacks, you will have a no penalty to attack. But with your slashing and bludgeoning weapons, so this is Tommy, you have a -2 to hit and you do half damage, Tommy. Unless you have freedom of movement, then you do full damage.
How much would a scroll of freedom of movement cost?
700 gold.
Okay, I'll
But
buy one
it
of
would
those.
last for like 9 hours or something. It would last for 10 hours rather. It would last for a long amount of time.
Okay.
Sorry, 7.
70 minutes.
No, it lasts for 2 hours a level, doesn't it?
It's 10 a minute. 10
Oh, so it lasts for like an hour. Yeah. Furthermore, Seish, attacks with a ranged weapon take a -2 penalty on attack rolls for every 5 feet of water they pass through. So if you shoot something that's 20 feet away, you have a -8 to it.
Okay.
Okay. Your attack will do full damage though. And then your claws do slashing. So your claws will do half damage unless you have freedom of movement while you're underwater, but your bite will do full damage.
That's piercing.
Yep. So piercing is the thing to use. Everything else has penalties associated with it. Freedom of movement allows you to ignore all of the rules for underwater combat.
Well, I have a question then.
The strat is probably to get a scroll of freedom of movement, cast a bunch of really good spells, and then just rush through this place in an hour of in-game time.
Well, you said piercing works. Can I just pierce the siphon?
Yeah, if you had a feat that allows you to change the type of damage your weapon deals.
Okay.
We're probably just going to spend 700 gold on HE and just get a scroll of freedom of movement. That seems healthy.
Freedom of movement
like
will not apply to his ranged attacks. Ranged attacks just have that rule.
Oh yeah, we'll get it for the 2 frontliners.
Yeah.
For Steven, we get the life bubble.
So he can attack, and then he just takes the penalty.
Yeah, they just takes the penalty to hit, and we just get through it because he still hits touch armor class.
Yep.
So...
Casting spells underwater is difficult for those who cannot breathe. Each creature that cannot breathe water must make a concentration check.
We have life bubble. I'm also going to buy...
breathing underwater? Sounds good.
Yep. Life bubble, and we're going to get a couple scrolls of life or water breathing just in case.
Cool. Those are the generic rules for underwater combat. So, you're all familiarized with them.
Okay. How much am I paying for all this?
I'm typing it up.
Big question.
1 moment.
Like 1,000 gold or something.
Is there any items that give you plus hit?
Yes. You mean items or scrolls or what?
Like armor.
Armor does not give you a bonus to attack rolls.
Okay.
You can increase your attack bonus by having feats, by having a good weapon, by having spells, and by having a higher strength score. Probably the cheapest thing to do is to buy scrolls of heroism and have those cast on you, because those also last 10 minutes a level. So those will last like half an hour, and that gives you a +2 to all your d20 rolls.
Well, I was just thinking about buying a belt of giant strength.
Yeah, I mean, so that's 4,000 gold, and it permanently gives you +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Yeah.
Or for the low price of like 350 gold, for half of this dungeon, and then you'd have to probably cast it again, right? Because if you're trying to do it all in like an hour, where you're just like, we open the door, we kill the things, we heal up. We open the door, we kill the things, we heal up. Just kind of getting through it. A scroll of heroism will cost an eighth of the cost of a scroll of a belt, and it will give you twice the bonus to hit. You don't need the bonus to damage, you just need the bonus to hit. And heroism gives you a bonus to all your other d20 rolls as well.
Okay, I'll get
like that's like the logic that I play with whenever I was playing, is like, if you know, like, hey, we know we're just going into this dungeon and killing things, which is exactly what this scenario is right now. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for you not to just like buy very powerful consumables and just shred through this place.
Because there's also the best loot of all, a +2 belt of giant strength. Then you just spent 400 gold to loot it off some fucker's dead body.
Yeah, and like you could also find, like, you'll find loot and stuff down here.
Okay.
But that's like at least my logic when it comes to stuff like this. You know, your goal is basically just to like clear this out as efficiently as possible, and those spells really help with that. And that spell in particular is very disproportionately powerful for its level. You'd also get like a scroll of haste.
That's what I was thinking of.
But I don't know if Caerrat has used Magic Device.
Nada.
Yeah, so like heroism you could get cast on you before you came downstairs, but haste only lasts rounds per level. Also, a scroll of haste costs like twice a scroll of heroism for what it's worth, and it only works for one combat. And a scroll that only lasts 5 rounds. So heroism is just a very good spell.
What was that, buddy?
You said it was 350 for the scroll of heroism?
I don't even think it's that much.
37 or 150, I'm sorry.
It's a second level spell.
150 gold.
Yep. So
I'll just buy 2 of them then.
Yeah, so I mean, no one in your group can cast it though. So you probably just buy a casting of it like upstairs, and then you guys come downstairs.
Okay.
Like you ask someone in your organization, your like network, that's like a level 3 wizard to accompany you guys to the entrance here. Cast these spells on you, and then you go downstairs. So you'll have it for like, 28 minutes or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright. How much is it to upgrade my weapon from +1 to +2?
6,000 gold.
Okay, I will wait.
Yeah, so like the cost is to get permanent things is super expensive, and to just get like temporary buffs is very cheap, and they're very powerful. So, yeah, you guys are basically flasking and, augment runing now is what you're doing, is how you can think of it. So yeah, you guys, are you all set? You're healed up? A day has passed. You can each make a fortitude save to kick your addiction. DC 10. You need 2 consecutive saves to cure, I think.
So fortitude saves?
Yep, 2 fortitude saves. Yep. Buddy needs 3. Tommy needs 1, but I think Garm's just gonna cast Remove Disease.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll memorize 2 for the day. Hit him with both of them.
Yep. Make 2 checks, DC 11. Try and remove that disease, Garm.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, did I not beat my save?
So, you did, but it takes a couple of days to fully cure from it. So you guys have, checked 1 box, and you'll need to check more in the future. Garm just uses magic to remove the effect from you.
Okay.
And then when he casts that spell, he has to make the check himself. So, you should have a +5. Only 5. Yep. You guys clear him up. Yeah, you no longer are addicted to Pesh.
Oh, good.
It was a wild ride, though.
What do I do with the Pesh in my pocket?
How did you get Pesh already? God,
did you go out and buy Pesh for 20 gold?
Yeah.
Do you want to take it? It'll give you 15 temporary hit points.
No, I didn't take it because I was I'm battling with it. So it's like when an alcoholic's at a bar, he orders a drink and just sets it in front of him.
So you went out and got a little dose of it. Yeah, you just have it. You use it whenever you want. You could use it if you want to in combat to get 15 temporary hit points. It's not a bad item. It is, however, illegal. So, as you guys are operating outside the law anyway, who gives a shit?
We're not doing anything illegal at all here.
But yeah, you guys find yourselves here. So you got a scroll of life bubble, the 2 things of freedom of movement, a wand of touch of the sea, and you've used that on everyone, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then water breathing on who?
Water breathing will be. We don't need the water breathing yet because we have life bubble.
Okay.
But that's just emergency scrolls of water breathing for
Sounds
when
good.
something inevitably goes wrong. I'll cast one on myself just to make sure.
So that circle there is where you guys will appear.
I guess we can backtrack just slightly. I still have 4 dex damage. Is that something we can take care of before we go in here?
Oh, yeah. On that day off, I can take care of... Is it just normal damage?
Yeah, it's just
4 damage from the ghost person.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
just
just memorize 4 lesser restorations for the day as well. I'll heal die 4.
Sure.
That'll just be 2. Second casting. I'll spend 3 castings of lesser restoration to fix you.
Sweet.
Does anyone else have any stat damage?
No, because I'm cured of the pesh, so.
Yep. Cool.
Would you mind resting me as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
So you guys take a day, you rest up, you kind of reconvene, you buy some scrolls, make some savvy purchases. You get someone to accompany you to the start of the dungeon, and they will happily cast heroism on you, Tommy. I guess it would just be that wizard, Rexus Viticora. He'll be like, well, you've come a long way. Anything I can do to help. And he'll cast heroism on you. Best of luck down there. I'll wait in the nearby building over there. If you need any other spells, just come up and find me. I'll hang out for the rest of the day.
We should have gotten Hamilton.
He is a cleric.
He's a cleric. He's like me.
He doesn't sadly know heroism. He can't cast it. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and place yourselves, or maybe I can do it. I can just drag you over. Yeah, there you go.
Is everyone able to pay the 1088, or do I need to cover someone?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
So everyone mark off the appropriate amount of gold there. And yeah, you guys find yourselves in a flooded warehouse. The ceiling of this entirely flooded chamber is 15 feet high, supported by square columns that measure 5 feet to a side and are crusted with algae. So it's 15 feet tall, it is entirely full of water, you're basically in a closed aquarium at this point. Ruined doors to the south and the west provide further access, while to the north, a heap of rusting algae-caked rubble lies below a 10-foot diameter hole in the ceiling. The water is cold, and still, but only slightly murky with mud and silt. There are creatures in here. As you come down and are kind of looking around here, there's a bunch of creatures. And, you kind of see them as you all float down the chamber together, as you, are swimming down. And radiating light and shit, you see them at the periphery of your vision, and they, have spears and various weapons, and they'll attack you. We can just roll initiative. You guys see these creatures.
What the
Scum.
Scum. Fucking scum.
They're rude.
What are these cheating motherfuckers rolling high for?
Hell yeah, dude. They have tridents and such. I'm gonna put you guys into squares. Boop. Is that how you'd like to be? In them squares?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
okay. Very good. Unidentified creature 1 will kind of swim around the corner and attack Tommy. He has a trident and a claw and a bite, and he'll just lay into Tommy. Yo, he does not crit, but he hits him with his bite. Let's go. You ready for this? 6 damage. As they just kind of lash out at you.
Where does he bite me?
He will bite you in your ass as you're coming down. He'll just kind of come up, surround you. He claws at you. He tries to hit you with this trident, and then he bites you. Number 3 will go. He'll huck his trident at Sezzix. You notice that his ranged attack seems to have no penalty in the water. He's an aquatic creature. Sezzix, a trident hits you in the chest for 10 damage. The fuck?
Fucker.
Damn.
Does anyone have knowledge dungeoneering? Or knowledge
My king.
history?
Tommy.
I have dungeoneering.
Cool. Well, when Tommy's turn starts, he can tell you all about these. Sezzix, what do you want to do? So anyway.
I actually have one quick question about
Sure.
armor, as I think my AC is wrong. Just what is the calculation? Is it 10 plus?
It's 10 plus anything you have affecting you. So you have 5 from your stat, 1 from your size, it looks like 2 from dodge, and then 2 from armor for a total of 20.
Yeah, but my armor is a +2 leather, so is my armor supposed to be 2 or 4?
It should be 4 then.
In that case, that attack did not hit.
You're flat-footed, so it certainly
That is true, so it would hit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can take your turn.
I'm going to shoot him back.
Yeah. So you'll have a -6 on this.
Yeah, I forgot to add that in.
So
11, 11, 14.
11s will hit.
Ah.
Hell yeah, dude. You will not get grit back for killing these, by the way, as they are level 2.
So should the third shot just go to a different creature?
Yeah, if you'd like to, it can.
It's the same range, so.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you let out a salvo attacks, these things seem horribly injured. This one will swim forward, it will attack Buddy.
I softened. Oh god, not my
They all miss. Tommy, make a knowledge dungeoneering check.
Yep, and I have a +2 to this from heroism.
Big.
There it is.
Damn.
Oh yeah, so mine were 13 anyway.
Did you get heroism cast on you?
I thought it got cast on all of us.
Single
No.
target spell, baby.
He cast it
okay.
on a single person. Tommy
Okay.
paid for it to be cast on him. Yeah, a 19. You know that these are scum. They are very interesting creatures. Basically, the scum were born of a horrible process called flesh warping, an abominable blend of alchemy and magic, now more associated with drow than with aboleths. But beginning a long time ago, long before, human civilization really rose, aboleths, these giant aquatic jellyfish monsters that kind of are the precursor creatures to a lot of other creatures, used chemical reagents to capture humans and mutate them into these aquatic creatures. Aboleths possess the ability to turn human flesh into like jellyfish flesh and allow it to breathe underwater. They then warped their minds and hopped them up on drugs and kind of did a bunch of inbreeding and scientific experiments to create this new species, which are like tadpole people. They are a servitor race. They cannot breed on their own. They can't really make conscious thoughts on their own. And in the centuries since the aboleth civilization more or less like crumbled and like the Aslanti Empire collapsed and all these wars occurred, there are 2 distinct castes of scum. There are scum that are known as the Ogrekin, which translates basically to loyal. And then there are the masterless scum. The masterless scum are ones that have abandoned, the aboleths that controlled them are dead, and they kind of have wandered around and have like started their own little tribes, or maybe they work for like other more powerful creatures because they like being enslaved to someone. And the ones that are loyal are always operating on the orders of aboleths. The loyal ones have distinctive types of like patterns and things like that identify them as being marked by like a certain aboleth master. By looking over these creatures attacking you, you are pretty certain that these are Ogrekin. These are scum that are controlled by some aboleth. And, you don't know it too much about aboleths because they're big, like mythological, horrific monsters. But like the more powerful ones would have entire cities in servitude to them, all being mind controlled. So the fact that there's scum here doesn't mean that there's an aboleth here. Like, he's got, like, you know, he could have thousands of scum at his command and just, like, sent a handful out in various directions to scout things out or go, you know, kidnap people or whatever the fuck he wanted them to do. But yeah, you would know that as these are Ulat Kinney, they are not going to surrender. They are not going to be reasoned with, despite being sentient creatures with, like, an intelligence score of 5. They just do what they're told. So yeah, that is what you believe these creatures are.
It is a shame, but I suppose Tommy's solution is the solution. I do ask that if we find the descendants, we at least give them the chance to come to Milani's light.
I'm gonna perform, because I have Greater Cleave, so I can hit both these targets, right?
Yeah, do you want to start Greater Cleave?
Yeah, start with Greater Cleave.
Yeah, make an attack on one of them. You hit.
Nice.
Is dead. Kind of just zoom through this one. That hits as well, thanks to that heroism. You're feeling mighty heroic as you're like, denizens of aboleths, and you kind of just do like a broad sweep, and you like hit the first one, and it goes limp, and you like drag its body into the second one. There's like a spray of blood that hangs in the water, and these bodies just kind of like float off to the side as you have defeated
Like
them both.
Jaws just fucking ate 4 people.
Yeah, they're super dead. That was Tommy. Unidentified creature 5 will go. It will like hiss at you and throw its trident. Bitch. 21 to hit. Misses. Glancing off of your magical ring, it will swim up to you. Seereth. There seem to be only a couple of these things left.
I will take a 5 foot.
I'm gonna assume you healed Buddy to full.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
He's just still unconscious
in the water and just floating around.
I forgot about that. I feel like it's been like a day or two. So
yeah. Seereth, what you got?
We are going to begin testing something, and that's I will try and channel positive energy to harm this guy. Does
he's not undead.
Creature? Does he worship a chaotic evil deity?
He doesn't worship anything.
Shit.
These are creatures that have basically been bred into a frenzy and lobotomized. He worships his aboleth master. Yeah, very good.
Does it have light sensitivity or light blindness?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, doesn't do anything.
Okay. Buddy, there's a burst of positive energy. They note that you should be killed last or enslaved so that you can heal the others.
Thank you.
Buddy.
I like to be useful.
Sure.
Contribute in some way.
There's one over on the sidewall.
Yeah, I'm gonna 5 foot step. I don't know if I see that one because there's a giant pillar in the way, so I'm just gonna 5 foot step and get this creature.
Appreciate that. This guy's super dead.
Yeah, I'll use a rage and then I'll do some shit to it.
Yo.
Start with some claw attacks.
It's super dead. I mean, you can roll your damage.
If you tell me it's dead, it's dead.
Well, your first attack's going to put it to like 3 hit points. You probably have +1 attacking from above as you can position yourself above it. So, yeah, it's super dead.
You want me to? I can do damage.
Neat. They have 20 hit points, so.
Excellent.
The last one will go. You guys might think you're out of combat because you don't see this thing, and it will like barrel around the corner with its trident and will like stick it into Tommy here. It'll miss. You guys kill it. It dies.
I'll just mark off a bullet.
Unsurprisingly, these don't have any money.
That's lame.
Why would they need money?
Sezzix heal 9.
Oh yeah, I forgot I took damage.
Well, are there tridents?
You didn't. You dodged it.
No, I got hit because I was flat-footed.
You did get hit with a trident. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, this room has ruined doors. So there's like doorways here. This was a pair of double doors, single door, single door. And then there is like a hollowed out pillar there.
Well, I feel like we're in combat mode right now, so we should just
go through that door.
Just charge.
We should
door
forward.
to the left there is where you're headed?
Yep.
Sweet.
We always go west.
West is vast, baby.
But there's
there is a door here and a door here. You can't see the stuff behind there, obviously. The low 7-foot-high ceiling of this completely flooded torture chamber gives it a claustrophobic feel. 2 whipping posts are positioned to the north and south, while narrow rusty cages sit against the walls. A partially collapsed rack slumps in the center of the room, while a low stone well sits in an alcove to the west. There are 2 creatures in here. Oh, JK. There are no creatures here. There are a bunch of shells, like seashells, littered throughout this room. A door to the north and a door to the south.
I'll come here, and I would have seen down the other doorway, right?
Sweet. As soon as you get to here, where's everyone else?
I'd probably follow it.
Sure. I'm gonna put ya.
Barely.
Put you here. Because we're gonna roll initiative. As the seashells spring into life. Literally on either side of him. These things look ridiculous. This mass of shells is assembled into a shape that resembles a cross between a frog and a squid. Its head is a tangle of long limbs composed of razor-sharp edges, and its body seeps with foamy, toxic-looking slime. Boodaloo.
That's fucking gross.
Yo, let's go. It was discorporeated, relaxing the supernatural energies that binded it together to fall apart into a loose tangle of shells. It is reformed. Boop. It will attack in the surprise round with these talons. Oh no, a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. And against your flat-footed at 20. Maybe successful. Likely successful.
The flat-foot's 22.
Let's go. All right.
Why is my flat foot so high?
You have +2 from your ring, and then whatever armor you're wearing will apply to your flat-footed. So yeah, that will miss. Oh, you have full plate or something, or
Yeah,
he has full plate.
nice.
I already had a 10 penalty
Yeah.
on my movement speed being a fighter.
It just
So-
glances off you. It doesn't matter. You don't give a shit. So you just get hit that one time, but it is a critical hit. Oh, so I'll just roll this damage again. Savage. 10 points of damage.
Oh.
And you need to make a fortitude save. DC 13. You guys are fine. You're gonna be okay.
Got it.
Yep, you crush it. All right. Top of the round. They go first. Look at that. These things lash out. So they kind of just appear and thrash on either side of you. The first one hits you. The second one just grazes against you. You're like, I don't think we need to be worried, guys. And then they kind of quiver and they bristle, and each one will attack you 4 times.
God damn it, Tommy.
You're like, this is fine. As you just get fucking slammed 8 times by this thing.
God.
All right.
Thank
Don't
God.
crit.
1,
3 hits.
2, 3, 4.
It's just 3 hits, no crits.
25, 22.
He's flat-footed, so 22. It's
Yeah,
okay.
so 25, 22, hit,
Oh, yeah.
hit, 22. So 5
Wait.
hits.
My flat foot is 22.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
And I have flanking, so all these are 2 higher anyway.
Oh.
So
Also, that means one of the
5
crits
hits.
confirms.
what is the crit? Okay, so 6 hits. Give me 5 fortitude saves as this thing hits you 5 times. We're just going to go ahead and roll 6 of these.
Wait, it doesn't work like that, does it?
It's okay. The 2s will fail.
But I have +2 as well.
What's
From heroism.
Which
so a
makes them
12?
12s.
A 12? 12 DC 13, bitch.
Ooh!
So close. So close. And that's 2 2s? Very good. You are staggered. And you take 2 wisdom damage. Furthermore, as this thing thrashes against you a numerous amount of times, you take 36 points of damage. That was their turn. They just kind of appeared, thrashed into him. They don't even bother moving. Sezzix.
So it's 2 squares.
That would be 2 squares, so you have a -4 on your attacks.
Yep.
Their touch AC is a 14.
So 1 hit.
You got him. Roll your damage. You do full damage, despite what it says. As your attack does bludgeoning. They have damage reduction bypass by bludgeoning, but they're underwater, Garm. Keck W.
Yeah, my second shot also jams it.
That's bullshit.
They are pretty bullshit.
Do you want to do half damage to bypass DR?
Tommy,
Fucking hell.
you are horribly wounded. You've been hit 6 times. You are currently bleeding 6. As blood just begins to pour out of all these razor-sharp gashes across your body.
Well,
You're still standing.
it was 5 hits. 1 was a crit. That's why you rolled 6 times.
Oh. You take 1 less damage.
That what?
Oh, he was hit in the opener, though. Ha, 6 times. Tommy,
Yep. That's
what would you like to do? I imagine murder these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna full attack Sentinel 2.
Sentinel 1 seems injured. And you have flanking with it.
Yeah, fine.
Yay! Tactics.
We
But-
did it.
That one is gonna die to
You have
bloody.
no idea how much
Someone
health
rolled
it
died,
has.
but oh, that's fair.
It has been shot for 15. It does not seem bloodied.
Okay.
Bold of you to assume that your companion will kill it in 1 round.
Wow.
15, so that's a 17 with flanking.
I added the flanking. It was a +4.
So yeah, that's with flanking and
Yeah,
heroes.
because then.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep, that will miss then. But go ahead and roll your
Why is
damage
yours-
from hitting it once. 21, it will take slightly less. Sear it. Do you want a 5-foot step at all, Tommy? Out of that flank chain?
Sure, I'll 5-foot step.
Alright. Buddy. Or sorry, sear it.
Sear it.
I will swim up into like the corner of the room, then channel.
Sure. Did anyone have knowledge arcana, by the way?
Yes.
These are constructs. They're shell constructs. You don't know
Oh.
anything about them. You just think that they seem very constructy. Yep, tossing out some heals. Buddy, you are up.
Let's go. Rage
The positive
time.
energy radiates over you.
We're here to stop bleeding.
Off 5-foot step.
Yo.
Flanking +2.
+2, light them up. And you have freedom of movement, so you have no penalties on anything.
Excellent. Let's do some claw attacks.
Let's do it to it. Oh, crit
Yeah.
hit.
20.
Oh, I get to use my ability. Are you kidding me?
We. So my crit hit.
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. I'll take my time.
Which attack was the crit?
The claw.
The
Second
first claw? Very good.
claw.
It
Or
will
second
make
claw, I think.
it will make a
Look at the numbers. It says attack M, then attack number 2.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. It needs to
It
make
always
a
messes
fortitude
up the
save.
order. for some reason.
Yeah, I see.
So you hit this thing so hard with your first blow that it shimmies and collapses into a pile of shells. It can still be attacked, but it is discorporeated currently.
Interesting. I don't know what that means.
It had
So
to
I-
take
so
an
I-
action to reform before it could start attacking last time.
Oh, that's fair.
You hit this thing so hard it falls back into a pile of shells because you crit it.
So how do I attack the incorporeal form?
You
Or would I even?
just keep attacking it.
Okay.
It like built itself up right into like a creature that had arms and attacked. You hit it so hard it just falls into a pile of Legos. You can just keep hitting the Legos.
Gotcha. So I still get my crit damage on it,
100%.
and the crit damage is.
It'll do it automatically.
It'll do it automatically. Okay.
It should at least, so just 30 on the first hit.
Okay.
But you can do the rest of your damage too. Also, you notice that while it's in this pile, your bite attack, which does bludgeoning damage,
There it
yeah,
goes.
it kills it. Your bite attack, which does bludgeoning damage, seems to do 50% more because it's vulnerable to bludgeoning while it's in a pile.
Did it yet?
So you
but
hit it so hard it falls into like a pile and then you smash it.
Yeah.
It is destroyed. Thanks to
Well-
the damage that your companion did.
I don't have any more movement, so
Black.
that is me.
Yeah, it will. I already fucked Tommy up. We'll go south to Buddy.
Bring it.
Sure.
Bring it.
It'll thrash.
It'll hit me 4 times.
Give me 4 fortitude saves.
Let's go. How'd you do the 4 fortitude rolls earlier?
Just right click
Right
the D20, and I think you can just keep right clicking it to make more of them.
When
So
you're
if you pick it up
holding
and
a
drag
die,
with left click.
Oh yeah, you just
Yeah,
right click and then
right-click
click
that.
4x. Like
My
that.
right click doesn't have anything on it.
Right click the D20 itself on the the die that you would pick up to just pick up the die. Right click it.
in the
Then-
bottom left.
Oh, I see.
The physical die that you can like drag around and throw and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Very classy.
Will it add 12?
You're fine. It doesn't do it correctly, but
Oh, I see. Okay. Well,
you only needed 4 of them, so we'll just disregard the last one. Your lowest is a 5. What's your bonus? 12.
12. Yeah.
You're fine. Sezzix,
Yeah,
you're up.
okay.
You
Man.
are bleeding 4 though.
It's move action for me to clear with grit, right?
Correct.
I'll do that, and then I get just 1 shot.
Yep. Hits. Roll that damage. Oh, you were so close to critting it. Make it turn into a pile. It will take full damage. Tommy. You are not bleeding. You are poisoned, though. Give me a fortitude save. DC 13, buddy. Roll a 3. You're no longer, you shake off the effects. You just had that wisdom damage. You want to, 5-foot step and obliterate this creature?
Yeah, I'm gonna 5 full step, full round attack.
May I suggest stepping to this square?
Sure.
Then your companion can come around and flank on his next turn.
Both of you assume I'm not gonna crit it here.
Nope. Nope.
Crit has been called?
Like
That
Babe
was
Ruth
bravado.
pointing at the stands and just whipping. Searat, you're healing people? Mighty 6.
5 times 4 would have crit.
Buddy, you're up.
Sure.
Step to the side, 3 attacks.
I'll 5-foot step and 3 attacks.
Light him up. This is the easy part of the
Watch, now
adventure, just
Buddy's
killing
gonna
shit.
crit again.
2 hits. Give me that bite. Hits. Go and roll your
Almost.
damage.
Awesome.
Light him up. Light him up. I think I'm still alive.
1, 2, 3.
That last one will do full damage. Still standing. I'm a construct. I'm mindless. We'll just split the difference. We'll send 2 north, 2 south. 2 north, 2 south. I
It's so funny.
Should have just sent them all south.
All to me. They're gonna hit.
Give me 2 fortitude saves, buddy.
What's your AC, buddy?
It gets -4 when I'm raging. It's a 13 currently.
Yeah, but he has 80 hit points or something.
Yeah, he's just a battery.
He also just has like DR.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Sezzix, you gonna
he
shoot
is.
this thing and finish it off?
Yeah.
Okay, roll it up.
Shoot! Isn't the 2 squares with minus is that?
Oh yeah.
So 1 hit. Go and roll your damage.
Good catch, Tommy.
That will finish it, though. Combat is over. I imagine you're going to channel a couple times.
Yeah.
Looks like the passage goes to the north or the south.
Was I able to see down the passage when I swam by?
Yes. You can see... Well, I mean, so you swam... This one just continues on for a little bit. The one to the north seems to dead end, and you can see into... Oh. There's actually a creature there, my guy.
Huh?
You see a long flooded corridor to the north, flanked by staggered cells, each barred by heavy iron gate, depressing a heavy iron gate, a dreary, depressing prison block. There are creatures here.
Did we loot this room?
I figured we were gonna get the most out of our skulls and then come
Oh
back.
yeah, I forgot we're doing
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yes. I will tell you right now, there's no value in that room.
We're on the violence mission. I understand.
You see
Yeah.
a dude in a prison cell. Evens, it's a dude. It's a chick. You see a naked woman in a prison cell. She seems to be an elf. She seems to be breathing water. You know, she's not drowned or whatever. And it looks like she's got like bruises on her wrists, like she's been in shackles. And she looks a little emaciated, like maybe she's gone a day or two without eating. And she's just kind of looking at you intently. But she's inside a prison cell, looking
Okay.
at you through like the little barred window in the door. And you can like probably see like the top half of her and be like, oh, she's wearing a low cut dress. And then as I imagine you go north, you'll be like, oh no, she's just buck ass naked.
Okay. Well, I'm gay, so I'm not very interested, and we're on a murder quest, so I'm just gonna walk by her yelling, we'll come back.
Yeah, now that you're
Sezzix
here,
will just cry.
you
seeing
can
the
see
naked
that there's
woman again.
5 people in here. And they're all imprisoned. You see 2 women and 3 men, all of which are naked, all of which are aquatic elves, all of which seem to have been like starved a little bit and beaten and put in shackles at some point in the past.
I speak Elven. Do they somehow also speak Elven? I'll yell out and hello.
They'll kind of like be quiet among themselves, and then one of them, actually the woman right there will speak up. She'll be like, yes, who are you?
My name is Caerrat. I'll kind of point to the pile of shells behind us. I'm not really sure what's going on down here, but are you in prison?
Obviously. I assume this is just another trick by our captors, so you'll excuse my candor.
That's honest and fair. So there's people down here tricking you. I understand. We've also been tricked by the people in this building.
She will say, she'll kind of spit and be like, people, no. She will say an elven word that means scum. She'll be like,
oh, the fish things.
She'll be like slaves of the aboleth. If captured
Oh yes,
us.
we killed those. Or we killed a few of them. Tommy, please don't tell me you took a trophy.
I didn't tell you anything. I'm not a grave robber. If there was no value, there was no value.
Yeah, she'll
Can
be
I
like,
hold up the trident wound that I have?
you don't have any wounds. You've been fully healed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it seems as if she'll tell you that they were like imprisoned by scum. You can tell her that you've, slaughtered some scum, and she'll be like, oh, so you are not here to torment us further.
Oh no. I'll try and find some. I have a few days rations on me. I'll spread some food among them. I'm sure you wouldn't trust me if I opened the doors now. Please give me some time to
She
try
looks
and
at you
figure out what's going
quizzically
on
and be
now.
like, free me. Why would I be suspicious if you released me? She'll call out to the others and she'll be like, she'll call them by name. Her name is Ava, and she'll call it Menu, Scaria, Aquilin, Venmara. These outsiders have killed some of the scum. They are here to free us. The man that's like to the south of you, Tommy, the naked man who's kind of like looking bashfully, will kind of stand up and like put his hands on the bars, and he'll say in Elven like, "Release me from this. Find me my weapons. Let us kill scum together."
Can I tell if these are strong creatures?
They seem to have class levels. They seem to be stronger than the townsfolk upstairs.
They're people. They're like us.
Yes. She will tell you that she and her others are from a village, the village of Askaya, an elvish settlement in the waters on the shores of the Dismal Niche. It's on the coast west of Kintargo. They were, out scouting. They are rangers by trade. They travel some distance while hunting, and they were beset upon by scum who killed some of their numbers and imprisoned them here. The scum, she imagines, are in service to some aboleth, though she did not see such a horrific creature here. If an aboleth was present, she imagines she would have been brought to it immediately to be killed or corrupted. Likely they are establishing a foothold here, and then they're going to, go contact the aboleth or bring her and her people to the aboleth as, offerings in the future.
I'm going to make a sense motive check to see if any of these guys
Do you speak Elven?
I don't. I speak Thessalonian or Infernal.
They are speaking in Elven, but as it becomes clear that the rest of your companions don't speak Elven, she will speak in Common. You can make a sense motive check.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I do not know all the words in your tongue, but we're captives here, and she'll show you her binds. We have been here for a day and a night now. They have not fed us yet. She seems to be telling the truth, Tommy.
Okay, release the hounds.
They're not hounds, they're people.
It's an expression.
Is this one of your Taldan idioms? Yes, there may be keys somewhere, though you seem strong. Perhaps you could pry these doors free. The iron doors here are locked, but you could make a strength check, DC 22, to pry them open.
Buddy, you want to try prying one?
Oh my god.
You can take a couple of minutes, mechanically taking 20, and you can open a couple of these doors.
Let's see that.
Sezzix, would you just like to fucking blast a few of them?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as Buddy's opening one, can I just put my gun on a lock and just blast it open?
Yeah, you can blow out a couple of locks here, and you guys spend a couple of minutes, and you can get them freed. They are injured. Mechanically, they are at about half health. They are level 2 rangers without any gear. She'll kind of tell you all this in game by being like, we have some experience in combat, though not as much as you. If you've slaughtered those scum, then with ease, it seems, as she notices none of you are injured. She'll be like, then you are certainly more skilled than us. The scum are savage creatures and have hunted my kind near extinction in this area.
Well, then we are happy to have purged them before. Even.
They say that they don't know what's become of their gear, but if you have any spare weapons and wish to arm them, they are happy to use them. Otherwise, they can hang back. Mechanically,
there's 5 tridents out in the other room.
Yeah, they are happy to take those tridents and swim around naked and follow behind you guys if you would like. They do not seem to have the same stigma about being nude as you guys might. They're bold, they're out in the open doing their thing. They don't seem to mind.
Well, that tape measure.
Here, when we hang out at your apartment, are we wearing clothes ever? Are we nudists?
I mean, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely walking around. The only thing I'm wearing is a joint behind my ear. That's been established in lore.
Are you just like the dude in The Big Lebowski? You just walk around in a bathrobe?
Yeah, 100%. If I don't have to, I have a gold and red bathrobe. That's my holy wear of Milani when I legally can wear that.
Yeah, if they
Once the city's free, that's what I'm wearing.
They'll find some random scraps of clothing and stuff like that, so their private parts aren't being attacked by creatures. And yeah, they'll hang out behind you guys.
Oh yeah, I'll burn a channel to make sure they're alive.
Yeah, very good. Stat-wise, they have 19 hit points. You may use them as you see fit.
Yes, as you've been free, it's more important that you return home safely than enact your revenge. Please, I just ask that you scout, you remain in the shadows, and just let us know if you see anything strange.
Sure. As you guys go back to that main room, they'll like loot the bodies of the scum and begin putting their like armor on and adjusting it and things like that. They'll pick up like the tridents and like the daggers that are in their boots, and you'll see they'll be like 2-weapon fighting. They'll be like testing them out. They seem pretty adept at fighting with 2 weapons. Because they're all 2-weapon fighting rangers. But yeah, there's a door to the south here, and a pair of double doors. It is 2:30 though. I don't know. Did someone have a time constraint at 2:30? Is that Austin? Is that correct?
I believe Austin is at it.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and pause there for the day. This is the last map of this book. So we will, when we finish this, you guys will be done with this book. I don't think we're going to play, though, for at least a couple of weeks. So,
yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to resolve before you forget about it in the next 2 weeks? Right now, Tommy does have a couple of points of wisdom damage. If you have a lesser restoration handy.
No.
Okay.
You stuck with that for now.
Cool. And I'll say that you guys have probably only spent about 5 minutes of buffs doing everything so far. So you still got plenty of juice in the tank, as it were. And yeah.
I'm going to write down buffs running as well.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll go ahead and jot down those names and post the note for the session. And yeah, we will be good to stop there. All right. See you guys in a couple of weeks. Bye. Bye.